What's your reaction?
There's like a lot going through my head right now. Like, first part is like proud of our young boys that came in and just gave us something, as in the effort and the energy, and like they've been doing the hard yards day in, day out. And, you know, we had a lot happen to us this week, and for them to come in and get that exposure and experience, like that's the positive I take out of it. Still frustrating that, you know, midway through that second quarter, we're right there. You know, it's an 8-point game, and I didn't think we closed the half out the way that we needed to, and it was execution areas, few gambles, breaking out of things, and lack of discipline. And now the game pushes out, and with the lack of bodies we had, it was always going to get harder and harder as it went on. So we needed to be great in that moment. So without looking back at the tape, that's kind of where my thoughts are right now. Yeah.
How much illness did you have?
Yeah, like, I mean, I threw up before the game, I'll be honest. Nordo's not too great. Tyrell tried to go for us and then just physically couldn't. So, yeah, a bit going through the group is in addition to the injuries. But, like, all that aside, there's still basketball there that we could be so much better on, and that's what we'll look at. We won't use it as an excuse. We still had enough bodies to put out there. We played a great Perth team. You know, anytime you let a team shoot 45% from the three, it's going to be tough to win, and we knew how much better they were from the three-point line in this arena. And, you know, that's a frustration for me and a controllable that, you know, we'll go back, look at the tape and look at the why, and often it's going to be because we didn't take care of that first containment. So when I look at that, that's who we want to be able to sit down and guard and be better at that end. And you know, 89 points should be enough to win in this league. So, you know, it's going to be that end of the floor that we really look at.
Tyrell out, Rocker obviously gets a chance to start. How do you think he handled the responsibility?
Yeah, like, I mean, as a young athlete does, like, had some really great moments, you know, great rim protection, you know, 8 rebounds in 35 minutes is a thing that we'll go back and look at with him, and is there some more there for him. But, you know, to be thrown in the deep end this morning at shoot-around where we don't know if Tyrell can or not, for him to step up and provide that anchor for us was great. You know, Josh Coonan as well, having to play some 5 there where I don't think he's had a rep all year in practice in that space. So, you know, those guys stepping up, Case doing what he did tonight, Ben, again, throwing him to the 4 and just being able to be that solid guy. I've been trying to sell to him that I think the 4 is very good for him. I'll show him this box score a few more times as we get into games ahead. But, you know, there's going to be positives out of this, and that's the way I need to look at it.
Did you look around tonight and think, is Loz unhealthy? I think you looked healthy. Did you think I need to have a big night tonight?
You know, I was just trying to win, man. You know, that's I keep trying to say that every press conference I've ever been in. I'm just a winner. That's all I want to do. So, yeah, the ball was dropping for me tonight. Unfortunately, we didn't get it done, but it definitely felt good to go out there and you know, play up to my ability.
You're conscious of the young guys around you and how you had to lead whilst trying to do your job at the same time?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, those guys are definitely a big part of this group. You know, they come into to practice each and every day, and they just bring that hunger and that fight. And so, you know, just being out there with them, allowing them to, you know, get in rhythm, finally get some shots, some touches in the game, it was just great to see.
Looking for some positives tonight. It didn't happen from the 3-point line, but you managed to get to the line quite a bit today against Perth, which doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, no. Yep, I'll let you say that. But no, like, again, it's always weird when you look at a margin like that. But the things that I'll take away is definitely our intent to get feet in the paint. We knew there was going to be a domino effect on that. We found our advantages early in some of our actions, and I thought we executed really well in there. To me, it was just when Case got his second foul and we wanted to save him from a third, and we just threw guys into positions that they hadn't practiced all year, and it took us a little bit to get there. And then again, that's the back end of that second quarter. I feel if we could have maintained our execution there, I think, you know, now it's a little bit different ball game. But there's going to be positives for us, and I think that's how we have to look at this one: is find the positive, flush it a little, and move forward.
Clayton comes off 51. Quasi, it was always going to get greater attention tonight. How do you think the team handled getting him free and looking after him?
Yeah, 10 shots for him is definitely not enough, but I thought, obviously the extra attention, we missed the opportunity to use the attention he got to really punish in other areas. And I felt like when we let the ball move, we're a really good group, and tonight the ball stuck a lot because of the way they were able to be effective defensively. So something we'll definitely look at. He's going to get more and more attention, but again, we've got enough talent on the floor when we're healthy to be able to find advantages elsewhere, and I thought Case did a great job of that tonight.
Worried, that I had 2 weeks to think about the last one. You haven't played one since.
It's always a unique one when you play a back-to-back, but we tried to talk about, and this is what playoff basketball is like. You've got to find adjustments and advantages, and again, we still feel like we found the right advantages at the offensive end. It's just defensively we let them shoot it way too well, and that's the stuff that we've got to be better when we play against Perth in this arena.
Yeah, just like you touched on, did you just allow them to play at the pace that they wanted to? And was it a similar thing against Melbourne a couple of weeks ago? Do you need to find ways to be able to slow teams down that do want to be really pushing the pace and playing at that sort of a tempo?
Yeah, I think there's going to be some things I clipped there where we sort of broke out of offense, and when you're hot, they're a good look. But we weren't hot for big stretches tonight, and it turns into a missed shot running down the other way. And we spoke about moving the ball is good against Perth, and we didn't do that enough tonight for sure in big stretches.
Just to you, Casey. I mean, I know you had the sore hip a couple of weeks ago, but in general, you've been looking great physically this season. I mean, you look great out there tonight, the way you were moving. I mean, how good are you feeling, and how nice is it to be as close to 100% again as you probably will be able to get?
Yeah, man, it feels amazing. Just anytime I can go out there and do the thing that I love the most, it's a great feeling. So, I'm just very blessed to be able to continue to be playing basketball and my body feeling good. And I've took all the steps in order to get my body right. So now it's just about showcasing it and getting some more wins for this team.
And Justin, aside from Dan, would you? I mean, a lot can change in a week, as you know, over the last 24 hours. But all things going well, would you imagine everyone but Dan should be right for next Friday?
Jared Besto won't be. He's still a fair way away. Toy, hopefully, he's showing good signs off the concussion. Bano was already showing a lot more progress than what we probably first thought when originally they sort of thought maybe 3 to 6. So we definitely feel like he's ahead of schedule. It's probably too early to say he's back next week. And then we just got to get this illness out of our group. Not sure. The boys that travelled were the ones that felt it, so not sure what that's about.
You got any idea what made you all sick?
No, honestly, Tyrell was fine last night. I don't know. He was throwing up from this morning. We rested him through shoot around, hoping he'd get good by tonight, and now a few of us are starting to feel a few effects. So it is what it is, mate. We've dealt with a lot of different stuff this year. We're not going to use anything as an excuse. It's about get ourselves right. We've got a full week prep to go into Adelaide, back at home, back at BEC, and that's what we'll lock in on now.
I hope you feel better soon. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers.